Let's talk about how to properly use the impact press training aid. First, it's important to understand how to get set up so that we can move more efficiently. We have a red indicator right here on the top line. We want to make sure that that's going to point towards the center of our sternum, and then from there we're going to react and get the green indicator to point towards the target. At address, we want to make sure that the red indicator is going to point towards the center of the body, and when we do so, you'll see the club face looks rather closed. The goal is then to move the club back and through and get the green indicator to point whatever your target would be at impact. So, when we first get our training aid, it's really important that we want to do a couple things off the golf ball to get a better understanding of how we eventually will begin to move. First thing we can do, start with the shaft parallel to the ground, red indicator at the center of the body, and then just move into an impact position that would look like so, where the green indicator would then point at whatever the target would be. You can do that a number of times. Following that, we can then take our address position, and at first the golf ball isn't needed, but we can take our address position, red indicator at the center of the body, and then we can take our trail hand off, place it on the lead shoulder, and just really slowly move the club about halfway back, and then really slowly move it into impact and pause, feeling the shaft lean and a bow to flat lead wrist. We can then use the opposite hand as the trail hand, and we can do the same thing. And by doing this, you're going to start to feel how the body will be moving differently, the condition of the hands and wrists, and how you will soon be able to deliver the golf ball into a tour caliber impact position. After we do this, we can then add a golf ball, pick a target, and begin to improve your impact. Now that we have a better understanding on how to operate our impact press training aid, it's important that we now bring a golf ball in and we start making some small swings. What we want to do to start is take our address position, again, red indicator towards the center of the sternum. We then want to move the club to shaft parallel, down to impact, and we want to hold in a position after impact that we call club head down, which looks like so. What this will do, this will start to allow for you to get a really good feel for how to move the club and the body differently, allowing for much improved impact on short little shots. After we do a number of these, we can then begin to make fuller swings, but take your time, make sure we go slow, shaft parallel to club head down. Our next exercise is going to be one that we're going to take our lead arm parallel to the ground and then finish with the shaft parallel to the ground on the other side. What's really important about this drill is we want to make sure that we pick a target in the distance so that we get feedback on where the ball is starting. So we're going to take the red indicator pointing towards the center of the sternum. We're going to move the club the same way with the same goal of getting the green indicator to point towards the target. We're just going to make a bigger swing now. So we'll go lead arm parallel to shaft parallel. Now if we're doing a good job, the ball will start at your intended target. If we're moving the club incorrectly, the ball will either start right of the target or left of the target. So the goal is to pay attention to setup and movement, and then where the golf ball will initially start after impact.